First to Lansing, where only about 30 hours remain until the deadline to solve Michigan's budget battle. Legislators are back at it at the Capitol again today after a break for the Jewish holiday Yom Kippur. The outcome is still uncertain. 24-Hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin is following every development for us. Rick is live at the Capitol tonight.
Brian, they've had 10 months to get it done, but here we go again. We're coming down to the final hours, and the legislature is still trying to figure out how to balance a budget that is $3 billion out of balance and where the money is going to come from. Let me tell you a few of the things that have happened today. The conference reports, that is where those two bills, one from the House and Senate, come together, they get some reconciliation, and they go back to be passed out of the chambers, have been moving today. Department of Human Services being voted on right there in the Senate chamber, even as we speak. And just a few minutes ago, that general government budget was passed. That's the one that finances everything from the Secretary of State, the Attorney General, legislature, the governor's office, but perhaps most importantly for people watching, it also finances revenue sharing. It will be financed at a much lower level than it has been. Another cut for revenue sharing on the way. What about other things like the Promise Grant? And what about the K-12 budget? I was told by a very good source in the last 10 minutes that the K-12 budget over in the House is where the big problem is. Remember, there's about a $200 per pupil cut on the way if they pass the conference report the way it is. So how can you fix that? Conference reports can't be amended. There is a possibility, only a possibility, that a deal is being worked out right now, again, on this end of the Capitol between some major players that would allow all of the rest of the money from the stimulus package, I mean all of it that's left over, to be pushed into the school aid budget to reduce the cut for the per pupil expenditure. That's by no means a done deal, but it's what's happening right now here in Lansing. If that happens, it could make it easier to pass the K-12 budget, make it a more sure thing that this budget will be done by midnight tomorrow night, but it's going to create a huge hole for next year when all of these budget problems that will still exist will be there without the benefit of stimulus money. That's the very latest that's happening here. It's going to be a late night into the morning. We'll be here to continue to bring you the latest. Odds on bet now from Lansing, the budget will be done in time. Question is, if it has all those cuts, will the governor sign it? That's something we don't know. Live in Lansing, I'm Rick Albin, 24.